Right, hello you two. Welcome back to some more From the Depths. This definitely isn't the second time I'm recording this episode because I slightly goofed up the intro and also discovered fairly swiftly that one of the mods installed had broken large missiles. No, definitely not. These are unfounded rumours and accusations, etc. Yes, so
Moving out.
I had to revert back about 5 minutes. I haven't actually done very much.
Moving out.
Let's send the space transport off on a gathering mission again. But yes, at the moment we're just building up the older resources, capturing the points.
Listening.
Move you two back over to there.
Moving out. Moving out.
Sky rays, yep, are in the wrong place. They're off the point, so we'll just have them attack that straight away this time. We'll get right in on some combat. Then we'll have them capture that point. I believe what they're fighting is basically a sailboat. I can in fact see that something has already dropped off of it. Is it a little bit mean going against sailboats with or maybe a castle ship with gigantic laser platforms? Maybe, but I don't care. Oh no, it's a little cute little castle ship. Cute little armoured brick. Ooh. Explosive little armoured brick too, apparently. Right, let's maneuver back to the point. Right. Oh, there's another one as a halberd. I can ignore that one for now.
Listening.
Flytrap can also come over. You can try and capture that once we get the time. But yes, for the moment, we're basically continuing to push forwards. We have kind of a bit of a good territory advantage because we hold because the Steel Striders hold this bit, so it's kind of locking them down to only be able to come through this sort of channel. I don't know whether they're actively fighting the Steel Striders at the moment or not, but
Receiving. Moving now.
let's have the surface fleet engage that.
Moving now.
For that. You really could do another radar balloon. That cruiser is equipped with construction equipment, if I remember correctly, so let's put another one of those down. Our longest running creation is just a balloon. Basically, with a radar dish strapped to it. It's one of our most successful craft, without exception. Never even lost one to combat. Despite the fact it's incredibly fragile. Yeah, again, much more sensitive than literal balloons and radar equipment.
Receiving.
Alright, radar balloon, ascend.
Moving out. Receiving.
Check the formation.
Receiving.
Yeah, the hatchet's still swanning way too close. We need to
Receiving.
properly adjust those later. Oh yeah, that's the Mark 1 patrol. We've still got one of the Mark 1s.
Receiving.
We'll adjust their fleet to be something more like that in a minute anyway. But yes, our little Mark 1 frigate, the last one I believe that we have remaining, is still... The last patrol rather is still active. It still seems to work reasonably well. I believe the halberd is the one with the 2 anti-aircraft guns on the side. And also what looks like harpoon decoys? Oh, one moment. Ah, jump cut. Now we're back. Second time that this episode has been interrupted. I'm just going to consider it cursed at this point. Halberd is taking pretty quick damage, yeah. It will last much longer. No problem on that one. Surface fleet does it again. Let's just your actual base formations. So, hatchet, way further out.
Receiving.
Patrol, you could be a bit of a hit. Frigate,
Receiving.
you could be over there. Regular cruiser, stay at the back, I guess.
Listening. Listening.
Radar balloon.
Moving out.
As you can go. Oh, it might already be actually. Oh, we have a slightly better view on things. I don't know where their base is, but I'm assuming it's somewhere in Cold Lock, or at least I seem to remember vaguely that it's somewhere in Cold Lock. Let's have the Construction F ship take a brief break from repair duty and go and actually capture that.
Receiving.
Surface fleet's currently undamaged, so they can afford to
Moving now.
leave her on their own for a little bit.
Listening. Moving out.
Hot trap is just
Listening.
very slightly off the point.
Listening.
Oop.
Listening.
You
Moving out.
were listening.
Listening.
Right. This one can go and capture here.
Moving out. Receiving.
EDHF needs to be closer to home in case something tries to speed over us. That's the entire point of it, is to protect our home base. Right.
Receiving. Moving now.
Let's grab that salvage. What's going on here? Ah. Heavy fleet has a counter now, because right. Let's
Receiving. Moving now.
actually move the oh, I see, the hatchet is the flagship. That's not quite right. I can't adjust that out of a fight, so we'll just move it manually.
Receiving.
Alcazar is not very big. At least not compared to our heavyweights, although that doesn't look like a tiny ship, actually. I guess it's just because ours are quite large by comparison. Oh, come on. That showed off. He's fired at all three of our ships at once. Looks got fairly powerful laser defenses by the look of it. And slightly explosive guns, apparently. Torpedo hit? Maybe? Didn't look like it did much. Oh, it hit. Like a delayed reaction or something. I've never seen that. Oh, that one looked like it went inside. Yeah, so the issue defense is shooting down the missiles on the battleship, but the torpedoes are getting through. Or even some of the missiles. Also got the rear and frontal torpedo launchers. Not that their aim seems to be doing too well. Yeah, this thing's pretty tough. Oh. Oh, another torpedo leaping on deck, and that shot out the cannon. Or blew up the cannon, I should say, I guess. They do seem to be very torpedo resilient on Onix Watch ships. Excellent torpedo belts, but it's not entirely helping. For some reason the hatchets are on the wrong firing mode. What is going on with you? Why are you not firing? Something you should effectively be undamaged. It's just the angle. Oh, it's just the angle, I think. Yeah, I think it's because they weren't moving. They were getting into a bad angle. Couldn't actually shoot. We do need the hatchets firing. I'm pretty sure their guns actually hit harder than the battleships per individual shell. We do need some guns on one of our ships that are firing actually quite larger shells. They're definitely a little on the small side at the moment. Seawiz is certainly working now. I just saw that shoot down a cram round. Torpedoes, I think, are actually not working so well. I think that could even be because the no, it's because they're getting a lock on the wrong ship. That looks worryingly like it's tracking the hatchet. What is going on with these torpedoes recently? No, bad. Wrong target. It has, hasn't it? It has tracked the wrong target. Why are you doing this? Is this even one of ours? Not even sure. God dang it. That's okay, it's only damage to the rear. I need to check our torpedo launchers because they're definitely locking the wrong target. And there's only one ship that could be... Oh, while that torpedo travels. You're the only ship launching them, battleship, at that size. So you're the one who's responsible for whatever's going wrong there. Right, you are the flagship.
Receiving.
The hatchet should be
Moving now. Moving now. Receiving. Receiving.
off to the side of it.
Moving now.
So it should be... No, that's even further out from where I want you to be.
Moving now. Receiving. Moving now. Receiving.
Let's put that into play and let's check the torpedo launchers because something's not right with them. No, they weren't our torpedoes. Or they weren't this ship's torpedoes. Okay, so it could be that's why. Could be they're from the Alcazar. So our torpedoes definitely did not look like that. Right.
Receiving. Moving now. Listening.
Right, we'll need that construction sifter, but first it's got to do what it's here for. And that is construct. Are we still paused? No, we're not. It just feels like we are. Okay, right. Gatherer, please. And a bit sloppy on actually building all of them. But we do need these. Oh, maybe we still have the other ships in play. Maybe that's why it was running slow. Yeah, Gatherer's been built.
Listening.
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 Let's split off into your own fleet. You are on the point. Yep.
Listening. Listening.
Now go off and assist the surface fleet again.
Moving out.
Got their own travelling repair barge.
Receiving. Moving now.
I love it when they sit very slightly off the point and aren't actually doing anything. The Sky Rays are here again. Could send them against this little force. Yeah, the Sky Rays will continue to be our forward attack, I think. Ones that sort of punch through lines and break them open.
Listening. Listening.
Yeah, we're still generating commodities, which is nice over time.
Listening.
So there's a quite significant fleet here. We'll take on at least, I guess, the stuff that's nearby.
Listening. Listening.
Spawn a little further back. This is another fairly large one. Looks like the Onix Watches have a lot more forces in air reserve than the others do. Let's have a look what we're fighting, because we're probably going to want to prioritise targets. That is not going to be our target. That is a little ironclad type thing. Also, the barrels loading on the ships. That also doesn't look like it's going to be a target. I think that's a spear. It's a trebuchet? A catapult? Nope. Ah, Alcazar? Yeah.
Engaging now.
I think that's going to be our target. Oh, they do have one of those flyers as well. Yeah, we're taking some damage here. Big torpedoes, I guess. Ooh. Big explosion, was that one of ours? Not sure, actually. Our ships are taking a bit more damage. The Skyries are taking more damage than they normally do. If we finally overtax them, is this a foe they can't beat, finally? Well, I won't count them out just yet, because I know how quickly they can repair. They're almost always fully stocked with resources because they get the kills. They can pick up salvage. I think that one might be damaged because that one's spiraling. Ooh. That just took some damage as well. There's your aerial set correctly. It is just circling a long way out like they sometimes do. Oh yeah, the decoys. Yeah, this actually might be a bigger target. Given that the Alcazar's been hit already, it is probably quite badly damaged, or at least notably damaged. Let's take this thing down and stop the missiles getting distracted. Seem to be doing a reasonably good job, actually. The lasers are still chopping quite a few blocks off. I'm amazed how reliable those lasers are. I think the comment was, even though we went for 2 key lasers, not 1, I think that comment was spot on the money about pulsed lasers. Being good for sustained damage. And the missiles are doing pretty good to supply extra bursts alongside that. Pew pew. Yeah, one of them is... The torpedo one is quite badly damaged. Where's that one? That's what I'm on. Mind you, it's saying it is, but I'm not seeing too much actual damage. Although the torpedoes still keep getting stuck to the hull. Really need to fix that. Oh, wait, did they only fix it on one side or something stupid? No, I thought we actually fixed that now. Ah. Okay, whatever. We'll deal with it best we can. Okay, we got that one. Back to the Alcazar.
Engaging now.
Looks like it had a bit of a collision with one of the other ships nearby. She's also taking some of the fire for it. That's a bit mean. He's using the catapult as a shield. Not it's going to matter too much, it's damage, but yeah, once we take this out, its laser munition defences will stop getting in the way of our missiles as well. Although they seem to be having target lock issues, I wouldn't be surprised if we got damaged tracking systems. Yeah, the high endurance on these ships is letting them sometimes or survive a bit longer so they can... Oof, there's another gun. They can survive to interfere and let their other ships get lucky shots, basically. Although our own ships are self-repairing. Yeah, their lambs is still clearly working. Oh, we finally got it though. It pokes so many holes in it that it can't stay afloat, I guess. Look at that thing, no, it's just a... It really is a floating castle. They really do live up to the name. These other ones I rather suspect are not going to live as long. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. There's 2 advanced cannons hidden inside that catapult's gun barrel. It's not even a real advance. It's not even a real cram cannon. Now, this fires both at once, but wow. Yeah, that's a little sneaky. If the devs ever did anything like that. That was fish for a moment. I think there's any fish in this game. I know there's seagulls, but... Skyrays are doing okay now. I think we got this one. You can see the fins have actually come back on some of them. That's... Again, I don't think they're self-repair necessarily built that potently, but it really does seem to work quickly on these. far as I'm aware, they don't have repair tentacles to, like, support repair each other, but... Well, there are definitely torpedoes about. So I've no idea how well the torpedo one actually works, but... I think we nearly got it now anyway. Oh, there's another one. It's only a little one. Yeah, focus fire.
Engaging now.
Let's take them down quickly and get this over and done with. Ah, I told them to prioritise one target and they immediately both salvo another with missiles. Now, to be fair, they killed it, so I'm not going to complain too much. I know that's just the way the missiles lock-on works. It just saw them as target and went, oh, we'll hit those. Okay, reforming. There's a whole bunch of them over there. Marcus Avalanche Outpost. Oh, that could be some kind of more serious base by the look of it. Also looks like we've got a stalwart. What's he doing? Moving to intercept. Yep, so we might have another fight there as well. Ah, I said there's been a lot of combat as of late. Yeah, you can sit there and munch on the salvage.
Listening.
They should be self-repairing, but apparently they're not currently.
Moving out.
Let's return over here for accelerated repairs. There we go. Right.
Listening.
You can move up to there. No, you're a gatherer. You can't do anything there. You can move up to there. You're where you're supposed to be. Stores and household. We'll see if the Sifter can deal with those. Heavy surface fleet. Is that repaired yet? Hatch is reading 100%. Let's have them maybe try and take on this lot. The formation finally sorted? Nearly.
Moving now. Moving now.
Let's do some proper gunboating.
Receiving. Receiving. Receiving.
Kind of got two combat styles, I guess, which is kite and buzz around. And slap them with guns. This battle's a bit large, but I'm not gonna expand too much further than this current max volume because this seems to be one of our ships not spawned in. That's fine. This seems to be about as large as we can get before lag starts to get really bad.
Engaging now.
There might be a lag spike if the thing spawns in later. Yeah, fire on that. Strangely enough, I actually want to fire on the sailboat because it's got that really nasty broadside. Got a lot of stuff in general actually, but it's even got flares. If it flares on a sailboat, makes some sense. It's just funny. Although they seem to be thermal flares, which is interesting given it's a sailboat, and it's like, what on earth would be... What do you have on your sailboat that is hot enough to attract missiles? I'm pretty sure you can run sailboats without power. Well, it does have propellers, so I guess maybe it's some engines in there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure from the deck sailboats actually don't require power at all if you set them up right. It does depend a little on your weapon systems, but... Got one miss, but we literally took the back end off with the torpedoes. Oh, that was the other hatchet spawning. Ooh, what the heck was that? It's a spray of yellow. I don't know what that was about. It's like a friendly fire visual glitch, maybe? We've got another Telemachus. We've got... This will be the Ironclad, I assume. Yeah. Looking pretty nice there. But unfortunately, we can't allow it to continue to do that. I hope the... I haven't had anything to the contrary in the comments, but I hope you guys are all still enjoying it. I know it can be a little... sort of repetitive. It's improved a bit when we launched new ships, although we've had some problems with those recently. I should launch some new spaceships actually. We should build some more of those in a minute and maybe actually attach them to one of the fleets. Maybe even this fleet. Give them a bit of high speed. Or at least make them maneuver near this fleet so they can help out. It is nice getting to see all the campaign craft. So the Onix Watch have put up a much better fight than any of the other factions so far, actually. The Twin Guard have had nastier designs, I would say, but they just haven't had anywhere near as many of them. And the Onix Watch's durability is allowed them to do surprisingly well sometimes. One of the hatches has taken damage, so I assume that means we lost a turret. Whoa, that was... The Grendel was different looking, but we didn't really get much of a chance to look at it. Alright, whose turret blew up? Who probably friendly fired the other? It's you. You lost the turret. That seemed to be a bit of a habit with these. The main fleet is a high maintenance one indeed. The main fleet 2, I think this is. Okay, that might be it, I think, with the Grendel down. Yeah, I can see their volume count dropping off really quick. Okay. Got him.
Receiving. Moving now. Listening.
Instructions have to
Moving
follow
out.
them, they're going to need you.
Listening.
Instructions have to knock the
Moving
Sky
out.
Ray.
Listening.
Sky Ray,
Moving
actually,
out.
you can go down there and take on those. Let's clear those out as well. I'm thinking maybe even this episode we'll try and push through to their base. Although maybe not this episode, actually, because we're a little short on time. But while we're doing that quickly, let's play one of the refineries and let's build another pair of those space bombardment craft. I know they're having accuracy issues, but against the surface craft, they should be okay. A couple of stingers. I really do want to actually use these in combat. If they're still having trouble, we may have to refit them. Maybe radar guided missiles or something, but not just yet. Try and get these two built first quickly. We should be able to. They don't take long. I do like their simplicity. And they were reasonably good at evading fire. I have to admit that that did work. It was just the whole weren't landing any hits thing that was a bit of a problem. No, not yet. So that's what we've got. 2 fights coming up pretty imminently. But now we can do it because they're being built. Come back to those in a minute. Right, so who's fighting who? There's the Sky Fleet versus these two. Pascal and the Stalwart. Yeah. A brief flag strike while things build. Yeah, they're probably firing on the right target there, actually. Torpedoes being dropped. And a Huskarl getting hit by things perhaps a little newer than it's really intended to defend against. Mounted ballista things doing some damage there. So yeah, but watch the broadsides on the Onix Watch ships. They do actually do quite a bit of damage, it's just the volume of shots they throw out. Yeah, however, they are also made of wood. I think they're actually maybe even more wood than the what do you call them? Yeah, Deepwater Guard, actually. I think they're 100% wood. Oh, no, not quite. There's a little bit of metal in there, but they're very heavy on it anyway, which makes them rather vulnerable. Yeah, we disabled the other one already. I'm not surprised the Sky Rays didn't have too much trouble with this. Oh, yeah, it does have a metal belt. It does have some good armor. There's a lot of gun mechanisms in there as well. That must be those few deck-mounted guns. Try to think what one of those things costs. Must be a fortune. It's ascending to heaven. Right. Oh, Onix Throne.
Listening.
Hang on a minute, we found it.
Moving out.
I take it back. We'll be finishing this battle. Or finishing the battle against the Onix Watch.
Moving out.
Actually, give them the time. We'll finish the battle against the Onix Watch in the next one. So hopefully you've all enjoyed. Hopefully you're looking forward to that final battle. I'll see you guys all again next time. Goodbye.